Hello everyone, welcome to another tier list. We're doing water type Pokemon today. This is the third of 18 different type Pokemon tier lists. And yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start off with Squirtle. Squirtle's whole line, all the way to Blastoise. I do like Squirtle, but I think Squirtle goes. No, Squirtle can go A tier. Wartortle will go. I'll drop Wartortle to B tier. I'm not a super huge fan. Blastoise will also go A tier. Mega Blastoise. The design's nice, but it doesn't really add too much. I don't think Mega Blastoise was super crazy. And the same with Gigantamax Blastoise. I feel like they weren't over the top crazy. It was a nice idea. I like the whole gun water cannon thing stuff on the back, the big fortress on Gigantamax. I just don't think they cross into S territory. Psyduck, that'd go be C tier. And Golduck is F tier. I think we have our first F immediately. I hate Golduck. That's an ugly Pokemon. Poliwhirl, C tier. No, that's Poliwag, my bad. Poliwhirl, C tier. Poliwrath, B tier. Politoed, A tier. I like Politoed a lot. I think Politoed's a very cute Pokemon. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Tentacool, C tier. Tentacruel, C tier. Slowpoke. Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Slowbro Mega. I like Slowbro Mega. I'll put Slowbro Mega A tier. Slowbro B tier, and Slowpoke also B tier. No, Slowpoke C tier. Seal and Dugong. Seal, I'll put Seal on Seal D tier. Dugong B tier. Dugong is one of those Pokemon for me where when I found it in Fire Red, I think it was, for the first time, I kind of didn't need it, right? And I kind of just didn't use it. So I don't know. I'll keep it B tier because I do see its potential as a Pokemon. It's just I don't think I've ever used one in a team ever. I think I've caught them. Well, I've caught them for sure, right? But I've never actually used one in a team for any reason throughout the storyline of a main game or any other context. Cloyster and what's this guy's name? Shelgon? No, not Shelgon. Whatever. Cloyster and the first one. I missed one of these shiny in one of my shiny hunts, and it was pretty sad. It was one of my earlier ones. Cloyster, I can see the appeal to, so I'm gonna put Cloyster in B tier. Yeah, I'll put Cloyster B tier. I'll keep this one in tier. I don't really like it too much. Krabby, Kingler, and Gigantamax Kingler. I love this Pokemon, but it is like I've never had it even like I don't even remember catching them in games, I only remember this one because of Dynamax stuff or Gigantamax stuff, right? Krabby's gonna go C tier. Kingler will go. I don't even know if Kingler even has Guillotine anymore, but that used to be a one hit, right? I think it was a one hit KO. I'm gonna put him B tier, and I like I feel like this is not even a Gigantamax. This is just like an evolution. You know what I mean? From tiny crab to bigger crab to snow crab. Like I just feel like this is the natural evolution. I do like Gigantamax. It's very nice. Uh, Horsey line. Horsey's line. Ooh, Horsey's a C tier. Seadra, I'm gonna put Seadra also a C tier, but I think Kingdra goes A tier because I like Kingdra a lot. Yeah, I like Kingdra a lot. That's a good one. Goldeen, I never liked Goldeen, and I never liked Sea King. But Sea King gets Megahorn, right? No, that's a bug type move. No, this is the water type tier list. No, I'm gonna keep them both down here. I don't like them. Star You and Star Me. Oh my god. Star Me has been the bane of my existence in TCG Pocket, right? With Misty card. I'll put Star You C tier and I'll put Star Me A tier. That's a good water type Pokemon. The Tauros, I hate that guy. That Tauros will go D tier. Magikarp has to go F tier, I believe. I mean, it's literally the worst Pokemon ever. But Gyarados, A tier. Mega Gyarados? Dare I say he crosses into S tier? I don't know. Just realized nothing's crossed into S tier. I'm gonna keep him A tier. Lapras is A tier as well. Gigantamax Lapras is also A tier. Oh, there we go. Vaporeon can go S tier. Ammonite, the Helix fossil itself, B tier. Amistar, A tier. Kabuto and Kabutops. Kabutops, it's just these such cool looking Pokemon. They don't really go much beyond aesthetics, right? Like Kabutops isn't even that good, but I mean, I feel like it's the same as the other fossil. Oh, there we go. Okay, uh, A tier, A tier. Actually, we'll put that guy B tier. Probably S tier. Actually, we'll put him back A tier. I changed my mind. I hate these guys. Chinchou will go C tier. Lantern, I absolutely hate Lantern because of it's shiny. But can't deny it's decent Pokemon. Oh, Azumarill. Azumarill in Scarlet and Violet is a must-have Pokemon for any Terra raids. So I'm gonna put it S tier actually. Meryl tier. Wooper, I know everybody's like, oh, put him S tier, put him S tier, best Pokemon ever. It's a decent B tier. Quagsire, B tier as well. Slow King can go A tier along with Slowbro, Mega. We have a lot today, actually. We have a lot. I didn't realize there were so many water type Pokemon. Um, Willfish, B tier. Corsola, oh, I like Corsola a lot. Corsola is one of those rare Pokemon that you just never really get in the game until like you beat the game and you do some random stuff at the end. So Corsola will be B tier. Remoraid. I used to really like Remoraid. I forgot what game it was where I caught one and like it was just the best thing ever because of all the all the beam attacks it gets. So I'm gonna put him B tier, and Octillery will probably go A tier. I do like that Pokemon. I think it's Mantike and whatever Manoray. I don't remember his name. Uh, Starting to forget names. It's over for me. B tier and B tier as well. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Suicune, S tier. Mudkip, S tier. Marshtomp, S tier. Swampert, S tier. Swampert Mega, S tier. Ooh. Lotad, B tier. Lombre, B tier. Ludicolo, A tier. Wingull, D tier. Pelipper, A tier, but dare I say almost S tier? Competitive wise, that's why. Otherwise, Surskit, B tier. Oh, Sharpedo's line. Carvanha C tier. Sharpedo A tier. Mega Sharpedo A tier as well. Whelmer B tier. Wellord gets A tier. Barboach and Wishcash. If you're talking about their shinies, they would go F tier for Wishcash. Barboach is a pretty good Pokemon and pretty good shiny because it's ground type. That's the thing, right? Like Wishcash is a good Pokemon. I just have personal hate for it. I'm gonna follow suit with these two, right? Chinchou Lantern with Barboach Wishcash. I actually don't like both of their shinies. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. Decent Pokemon, okay? Actual decent Pokemon. But I hate them because of their shinies. That's kind of interesting. I never put two and two together. Corphish, I love Corphish's aesthetic. And Crawdon, I actually don't like Crawdon, but it's the same stuff. Feebas has to also go in F tier, right? That's the ugliest Pokemon. And Milotic A tier, same as Gyarados. Cast form Rain form, I never really used as well. Like we were talking about the fire type one, the Sunny Day form. D tier. Spheal, the world's cutest Pokemon. B tier. Celio, E tier as well, but Walrein, E tier. I think Walrein's actually one of my. I think I would put this guy. This guy might have potential to go to S tier in the ice types category because this is a good Pokemon. I like this Pokemon a lot. The most forgotten Pokemon because they're rarely in any games ever. Clamperl, right? I think it is. I even forgot his name. I know it's Huntail and Gorbis. This one, I'm gonna go F for obscurity. Huntail, B tier. Gorbis, B tier. I can't really put them aside from each other. Relicanth, D tier. C tier. I can't tell where this guy should go. I'm gonna go C tier. Uh, put Love Disc in B tier as well. Kyogre has to go S tier. There's like almost Kyogre primal form. Also has to go S tier. It's a really good Pokemon. Piplup, B tier. B tier. Empoleon, I'm gonna drop him into A tier. Barrel, B tier. Weasel and Floatzel, I think they both go B tier as well. Ooh, the Shelosses and the Gastrodons. I don't really see a difference in them, right? Like Pokemon wise, I guess, right? But like aesthetic wise, I don't really. They're on par aesthetic wise with me too. So I feel like Chelos both go B tier, and I think Gastrodon they both go A tier. This is a this is one of those Pokemon where it's like if you have it on your team, you know how good it is, right? But if you don't have it on your team, you don't really acknowledge it at all. I think. It's what Lumillion and Finneon or something. Um, I never caught these in the main game, so they're just gonna go C tier both of them. I think. Okay, Rotom Wash actually is S tier. above the other Rotoms, in my opinion. I think Palkia has to go A tier, and Origin Form, I'm gonna put it A tier as well. I don't think they go into S tier for me, but I do like them, so they stay there. Fione, C tier. Manaphy, put B tier. I don't really think they're super crazy. Arceus Water's gonna go A tier as well. Oshawott. Oshawott line. I think Oshawott goes B. No, that's the wrong one. Oshawott goes B tier. Duwop can go B tier. Samurott goes A tier, and Hisuian goes A tier as well. I don't want to put one in S tier, but I feel like there's definitely, I think Hisuian is better than regular Samurott, my opinion, but I don't think they cross into other tiers. I think they're both A tier. And the monkey again, F tier. I don't like them. I like this one more than the other one, but I don't think it's enough to jump up into another tier. I think they're F tier. Time pull to Semi Toad, right? C tier, C tier, B tier. I think that works. Okay, all the Basculins, all go C tier. Basculesian. I don't even know if there's a difference between these two. I'll be honest with you. Besides color. I want to go A tier, but I don't at the same time. I'll put them B tier. I feel like they might have potential. Tortuga and Caracosta. This is another good fossil. Put Tortuga B tier. I think it's gonna follow the same as the other fossils. B and A. Ducklet and Swanna. I like Ducklet, and I think Swanna, but I think they're the same tier. I can't put one above the other into A tier or into C tier. I think they both belong in B tier. Oh, Brillish and Jellicent, I think it is. I think, okay, aesthetics wise, male Jellicent, big mustache, A tier. Female Jellicent, B tier. And both of these into B tier. Only difference is because I like the big mustache on this guy. A Momomola, D tier. It's not that great. Keldeo, there's two forms here of Keldeo. One is this, I think, is like the sacred unawakened or whatever form, and regular Keldeo. This is the My Little Pony Pokemon. I think they both go C tier. It says it's more of a fighting type, I feel, but C tier. I don't know. That's a tough one. Oh, the goat himself, Greninja. So both of the first evolutions, or the first evolution and the second, go A tier. Greninja does go into S tier. And Ash Greninja will also go S tier. Was it Binnacle and Barbarnacle or whatever? Ugly Pokemon. Kind of decent, but ugly as well. I'm gonna go D tier, and I think this guy goes F tier because he's hideous. Skrelp. Skrelp will go C tier. I liked Crawdont and Clawitzer a lot more. So I'm gonna put them like that. B tier and then A tier. Volcanion is one of those again, like in the fire type. I think it's very cool, and it is a steam Pokemon, so it's gonna go A tier just like it did in fire types. Poplio's line is pretty interesting. I think it's gonna be all A tier. I don't think Primarina crosses. I'm gonna put Poplio B tier and Brione B tier, and I think Primarina goes into A tier. I like Primarina. Primarina is a pretty good Pokemon. I just don't think it's an S tier Pokemon. Wishy Washy. When Wishy Washy came out, I almost like just almost can't chanted a spell there. When Wishy Washy came out, I thought it was the coolest concept ever. And then you played the game and it's not that great. It's kind of eh. So I'm gonna put Wishy Washy. I think I'm gonna put Wishy Washy C tier. And this is the school form or whatever. It's obviously better, but I don't think it goes into B tier. I think they stay C tier. Toxapex. Okay. Now I had a huge. You know what? They're actually all right here. All of these Pokemon right here, I had at one point on a gimmicky competitive team. So all of these here actually are like pretty close to me. Like I think they're all very decent Pokemon. I'm gonna start with okay, so Marini is B tier. I think Toxapex goes into A tier, but Toxapex almost was like, you know what? Toxapex is gonna go S tier for me. Toxapex competitive was actually an like the craziest tank ever for me. Same with Araquanid. Okay, so Dewpider is gonna go B tier. I think Araquanid is gonna go into S tier as well for me. These two were like such strong tanks for me, dude. I can't even explain. When I used them, they were crazy. I think Wormpod is or Wimpod will go C tier. I think Golisopod goes A tier. Only because Golisopod's more of a bug type. And you know, I'm gonna keep I know this is more of a bug type. I'm gonna keep this guy in S tier because of Aqua Ring and all those moves that I used with it. Liquidation. And the same with this guy. I think these guys are I think he's more of a good bug type than water type. He's gonna stay A tier. Yukumuku is absolutely S tier. This Pokemon only knows status moves, okay? And it is when you soak a Pokemon and you toxic a Pokemon, you win. You know what I mean? You soak and toxic and you win. Just you stall everybody out. And if you get taken out, its ability innards out, takes out another Pokemon. It is probably one of the better competitive Pokemons I've had. And it never attacked. It was all status. Of course, you could get, you know, wrecked really fast, but you'd have to play around that. I like this Pokemon. Still Valley, I don't like this guy at all. This guy's just gonna stay in low tiers in like all the tier lists. I'm gonna put him in C tier though. I feel like water type. No, I don't know. Put him in D tier. Ugh, Bruxish, ugly. F tier. Tapu Fini. I think Tapu Fini also might go S tier. The Tapus are like pretty decent actually. Let's put an S tier. Okay. Sobble. A tier. This guy. A tier. Inteleon also A tier. Oh man. If I'm talking straight Pokemon, right? Inteleon goes A tier, but if I'm going into Unite, this guy goes S tier. I'm gonna keep him A tier though. And say what you will, I love the Sniper Outpost Pokemon. I love this. This is just the coolest thing ever. When I saw this, I was like, I have to get a Gigantamax Inteleon for that. You know, I never actually used a Gigantamax. What's it called? This guy, Dreadnought. Never actually used one. This Dreadnought and Choodle for me were like a Blastoise I couldn't get. You know what I mean? So Choodle is gonna be B tier. Dreadnought, I did love it when it came out as A tier, and I think Dreadnought Gigantamax is also A tier. I loved them. I loved using them. When they first came out, I had one on my team, and it was like they were so good. I loved them. Cormorant. Cormorant is A tier because I love this Pokemon so much. Dude, I love this Pokemon so much. I want to put him S tier, but that's gonna be super duper biased. He's not great, but I love him so much. I love playing him in Unite. Playing Cormorant in Unite is so cool. But you just this Pokemon is so good. I think it's A tier. Aerocuda and Barrowscuda or Scuda. I hate these guys. They always run at me. D tiers. These are the most hideous fossil Pokemon I've ever seen, ever. They are F tier beyond belief. I hate these guys. I hate the fossils from Sword and Shield so much. Urushifu is S tier, no, 100%. Urushifu, this big one, is also S tier, 100%. Quaxley, B tier. This guy, B tier. The whole line, B tier. I don't really like Quaxley. Wiglet, A tier. Wugtrio, A tier. No, B tier. A tier. Yeah. Okay, Palafin came out super crazy. So we're gonna, yeah. I'm gonna put, yeah, I think this form, the hero form, is better than this one. I'm gonna put this guy down here. This is, okay, this is the first evolution. I forget its name, Palazin or something like that. And then it evolves, and then it gets the hero form when it evolves, right? But it's supposed to look the same. So first evolution, B tier, then A tier, and then S tier, because this guy was crazy when he came out. This F tier, terrible, hate that guy. Dundozo is gonna go A tier because it was actually super good when he came out too, but I don't want to put him S tier. The sushis, they're all the same to me, but I will say I like the aesthetic of this one more. So this one goes A tier, and these two go B tier. Man, this guy too. This guy, Iron Present, is a very good Pokemon. A tier. There's so many water types. Walking Wake is also super good. A tier. Uh, this is the one I use, so I'm actually gonna put uh the ogre with the water mask, the Wellspring mask, in S tier. Wow, and that's it. I put the other one in S tier as well. That's it. That's all the water types. Now I have to put them in their order. I'm gonna put the best and the last, in my opinion. The best is gonna be Mega Swampert. That's so biased. Oh man, this guy's so strong. This guy should, dude. These guys are so strong. Like I'm just gonna put this guy at the top. Actually, I think Wellspring Mask. Let's put this next to him. Wellspring Mask Ogrepone is just absolutely OP. And we'll put, dude, all of these are strong. This is hard. I think Mudkip has to go down there though. This is actually super hard. I can't tell which S tier I like the most. But it has to be Ogrepone. Just recency bias and strength bias, I guess. Okay, the best and the worst of the A tiers. Best A tier here is probably gonna go to Blastoise. No, my opinion. I don't know. This is a big hard one. Palkia, I guess. Origin form next to it. I'll do that. These two. Worst of these guys, it's probably gonna be Totodile. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll do that. I like that. That's pretty decent. B tiers. We'll put this guy at the end right now. Worst B tier. Best B tier. Manaphy up here. Yeah, that's decent. Manaphy on top, Waxley on the bottom. For C tier, I think Wimpod is good at C tier, so I'll put him down there. And I think Relicanth. No, that's this guy. Keldeo. And we'll put both forms up here. D tier. I think Silvally should be at the top. I almost put him in C tier to begin with. And we'll put this guy there. Yeah, I like that. F tier. The best F tier from here is probably this guy. The worst F tier, I'm gonna leave this guy here. I hate this guy so much. This guy sucks. Screw that guy. Anyways, yeah, this looks right to me. The S tiers are hard. There's so many Pokemon here that I love, and I that was a tough one. But I think that's it. Yeah, comment down below. This is a big one. There's a lot of water types in this game. Comment down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree with any of this? I don't know if a lot of people are gonna agree with this, but yeah, I mean, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell me what you think down below. Bye. I'll catch you next time.